You know, so every time I see one of them story here, the first song that comes to mind is that song from back in the day. I know y'all remember that song. The song was say, "Bout your haunted, kill man and get wanted. Me no response for you or your lawyer business. Your haunted, kill man and get wanted. Me no response for you or courthouse business, mama. Come take me out, ya bad boy, have me down ya a spin popular, mama." That song there. For us back in the day, that song alone was a deterrent. Cause you see the part where say bad man have me down here spin popular. He might talk about being incarcerated and most youth them bad out a road. But when you get incarcerated, you see, you have to go fight a war in the you know, cause who have them big knife in there already, and you as a new prisoner will just come in, wanna press up some big blade in your spine. Boy, I don't know here, sir. Shout out to the youth them who are holding it, who could have chosen badness but have chosen another route. After watching this string of pictures and video clip where the police them just release about this Bigga Crime person and running up on one of his hideouts, if you watch this and you don't think to yourself and say this is proof that badness does not pay, I don't know what to tell you after this. You know, I've said it on SouFLoTV before, I'm gonna say it again. I respect gangsterism to a certain degree. Here is how. If a man decides that that is the way he's going to live his life, me just back off, stop talk, and make them go and go live them life that way. Right? We understand what comes with this. And as long as you understand, says early death or prison, long sentences in prison comes with this lifestyle, and you still choose it, who am I to tell you not to choose it? You chose that for yourself, right? I find this story very interesting. Let me just say this off the bat. Looking through the police photographs of all the stuff that they found at allegedly Bigga Crime's hideout scene, the one thing that stuck in my mind about those photos, about the things in the photograph, forget the gun, forget the ammunition, forget all that. The one thing that stuck in my mind were those pictures. And I'm wondering to myself, are these pictures for what them picture here for? Him missing family members and him a roll with them picture? Are these pictures for hits that they were supposed to carry out, like targets that were gonna be assassinated? Obviously them money are not playing. The amount of gun and ammunition, especially ammunition when it up the sun, the type of gun them, you know they not ramping. There's a statistic out there, by the way, come out of Jamaica, that says usually once somebody gets the wanted brand, you're a wanted man, 90% of wanted men are dead within a year of being labeled a wanted man in Jamaica. And it's usually in a hail of bullets, shootout with law enforcement officials, soldier or police. See, the other 10%, you know how that go. Some man might turn themselves in and go do some time. Some might escape and end up being out there longer than a year. Like, remember Preke run for about 4 years and then it all came crashing down same way, you know, that kind of stuff. Boy, me I wonder about the picture them still. I'm waiting to hear what the authorities in Jamaica say about those pictures. If those were his personal pictures or those were whatever. But anyhow, looking in upon the place, see, this is what the news said they found. They said them find guns up there, they found ammunition up there. You know, they gave a good description of all the things that were found up there. What can you tell these young men? What can you tell these young men? The truth of the matter is, a lot of these youths are not coming from that much deep of a poverty situation, you know. A lot of these youths just see stuff and want stuff out of life. Some people just make up their mind and decide, say, a bad man might think they are me, I go turn gunman, bad man. Somebody already took that name Bigga Crime before. That should have been a warning. somebody already had that name Bigga Crime before. The youth that did have the name Bigga Crime before, I went and did some reading up on him. It is said that he was one of the enforcers for the Stone Crusher gang, and he was killed in a hail of bullets shootout with law enforcement officials. He was only 22 years old. The man there at the age of 22 was wanted for involvement in about 10 murders, to include one double murder and a triple murder. 22. Them say him was cool enough. He was known for removing the heads of his victims or his enemies or whoever I'm go for then. So is a man who struck fear in the hearts of many people, and he went out in a hail of bullets. That should I tell you, say leave that name there alone, my friend. Or if you were gonna go pick up the name Bigga Crime, why you never pick it up like how Rygen King pick up the name Rygen King and him turn it in a musician, artist? You go pick up the name and turn and follow the same footstep and the same badness. Hear what? They've seen it before. They've seen it before. So all the stuff that they're saying was found. The news says members of the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force have seized 3 firearms, including a high-power weapons, after they raided the hideout of one of Jamaica's most wanted men. His name is Nesta, Bigga Crime, Morrison. During an operation yesterday, the Anti-Gang Task Force raided a hut in the bushes where the team members seized 2 assault rifles, 1 Browning double-action 9mm pistol. They also seized 129 rounds of ammunition assorted. This included 108 live 5.56mm rounds. Them they are for the rifle, right? 16 live 9mm rounds, of course, that's for the 9, and 5 12-gauge rounds. The raid also resulted in the seizure of some paramilitary equipment that was up there as well, and a large sum of US counterfeit cash dollars and some other contraband, as it was said. Images that were released by the Jamaica Constabulary Force also suggest that somebody was living at that site, right? Them find a whole heap of tongue, like, you know, people are gonna mix juice. And I was looking, being a tactical person myself, and I noticed that, you know, this is living on the go. So you're living at the bush now. You can't really set up a fire, big fire, if you go cook, nothing. Anything can happen. You have to be ready to go at any minute. You don't want to have to run away and left your pot to cook, or sit down and wait too long for your pot to cook. Plus, you know, if you're starting fire in the bushes to cook, you're going to be giving off smoke signals. So that's going to draw the attention of people to say, okay, somebody over there so in the bush, something. So you have to like think tactical. Like, okay, I'm going to move with a loaf of bread, 2 tin of mackerel, some tongue for mix, something for drink, powder, you know, and that kind of stuff. Boy, me couldn't live so. I was sitting at my house just now, you know, it's Thanksgiving holidays, and me there in my yard, and boy, me I tell you, one amount of oxtail and curry goat and rice and peas and potato salad and macaroni and cheese, and me figure choose now because of badness. Me have to go live in a... When I look at the picture, I look at the hut. The hut look like a toilet. It looks like an outhouse country toilet. Look at what your life is reduced to. I don't say this to any and anybody. This is a direct message to the young people them who feel like say this badness thing is a joke thing, and them can take it on and good is gonna come out of it. No good now come out of that. You either go dead early, you have to go to prison, or you have to go live life on the run. Beer, mackerel and bread. Beer, tin mackerel and bread and them kind of something they have to eat. And then you out in the bushes where mosquito kill you out there. You're cold when the time chilly. You're out, you're too hot when the time beating down hot in the hot bush with mosquito, and night time a zing 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 in your ears. Nah, sir. I would rather be laid up somewhere under a fan or under some AC, I watch a TV, I'm comfortable, I'm tired because me work hard. And the little work when me I work, pay too much, but me know have to run and hide and they are bush and live and these kind of things. I feel, man, me not want to say me feel sorry for them youth here. I feel sorry for the youth them who come from the environment where they really don't have a choice. Cause some youth, them get bullied into this, and they live in that environment and them have to walk road round there so every day. So when you're getting approached to be recruited to these gangs and cliques and crews and you're saying no, sometimes youth end up dead. Because youth say, yo, at school me I go, me no in the gang thing and me no want to join no gang, and them a tell a youth say, yo, round here so, you have to be down with this. If around here so you live. See? And a youth refuse, and next thing you know him dead. You see it? So me feel sorry for those kind of youths. Other than that, the one them who make up their mind, say badness are my thing, and me I gonna make a name for myself in the badness world. Just remember this here. Remember that nothing good ever comes of it. I don't know one notorious gunman, badman, that was on the wanted list that is doing okay in life right now, raising his children, living comfortable, or none of that. Not one. So that's to tell you, man, that it is not worth it. Life is worth so much more than this. I'm going to want my brother them to remember this. Please remember that it gets greater later. Don't make no rash decisions that's going to cost you your life early, my brother. It get greater later. Enough we make it out of some circumstances and situations, and life sweet for we right now. But we knows did have to run. We did have to sweat it out. We had to go through it. We had to go through the tears and the hurt and the pain. And we made it, man. We're not in nobody's prison. We're not living out in the bush. We're not hide and run and wonder when them are going to kill we. The security forces are asking Bigga Crime to turn himself in as soon as possible. And I ask people, anybody see him, please contact them. Here what? I dirt them, I go dirt him, Remember me tell you that. And for those of you who don't know what dirt him mean, it means say I kill them or kill him. Because that's the statistic. 90% of whoever gets that wanted man label is dead within a year of getting that wanted man label in Jamaica. Alright? So unless him can pull a precky boy and run for about 4 years before them catch him or something like that. Just remember that. 90% dead within the first year. The police them not ramp with uno. Law enforcement not ramping with uno. And why go that route? Anyhow, people, me out here behave myself here. Manners and respect to each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in. Bless upon yourself. On the walk good. My granny used to say, be good. And if you can't be good, be careful. Catch y'all on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.